Hey guys, welcome back to the Blue Player Guide. We've got a bit of a sticky situation here. Now, we are now in the zone of going into death row. And as you can see, I have not got a lot of speed, and I need to be very careful with that, because these zombies, not only are they fast, they are deadly. Example, there. That thing as well can kill you one hit. So we are kind of very underleveled, underprepared for this, but I just want to get you into the habit of knowing what you're dealing with when you're down here. And I will end up losing my hardcore status on this account, but that's absolutely fine, because this place is a place you'll be looting in at some point in the future anyway. Unfortunately we can't menu scum when we're in here, so we need to be very smart with what we do. Now, this is going to net us quite a lot of money, hopefully, be down here. However, the other caveat is we are, like I said, very underprepared, yeah, we don't have the correct stats in that for us, so everyone will be wanting to come here, get the loot, and leave, but it's not that easy at level 75. As you can see, we are still on this account. The issue is, because I don't have a speed, I don't think I will be doing pretty well down here anyway. And there's a multitude of different deadly zombies down here. So for example, this guy here, he explodes. Every other zombie here has long arms. And because this pistol is kind of loud, everything can hear me. So I need to be very careful of what I'm doing here. I need more ammo as well. As you can see, I am running out. Biomass, I'll take that because we can try to sell that later. Yeah, these guys are gonna come. No matter what, I'm screwed here. This guy's got some armor on him, so we need to be very careful when we take him out. Give me 55s. Nah, no 55s, so I'll take it. Now, let me get into this supermarket here, because this is where we're going to barricade as well. So, I'm going to show you guys my loot run. This is a run I like to use. It's been a little bit more beneficial, at least for me. Let's see what we can actually get from this, because we're only going to do one proper run. And we'll see how it goes, because there's nothing in here for us to actually loot, because we don't have loot spots, unfortunately. So, let's just clear this place, barricade, and we will restock. There's nothing on this side, so hopefully this gives us 55, because that's something we actually desperately need. We get a lot of gas, which is pretty good. We'll make use of that somehow. 8B, we'll never need it down here because we are one hit dead as well. Or 8B, we'll take it. We'll sell it anyway. We'll get something out of it at least when we're down here. More gas. Now, being in here at this level is very dangerous. For fact, wow, okay, that's 80k right there, that's worth it. Just car. Let's see how well we can do down here, because what we need basically is a lot of weapons. And that's why I went with particularly went scavenger class, because you get that weapon and armor loot chance as well. So with the death row, you kind of want to be very careful. You do want, when you do come down here, you need that speed. Like obviously right now I'm kind of doing my best without it, but you kind of do need to have a lot of speed on you. So I'm going to loot this final cabin here, and then we're going to barricade. If we have a nice, we got a katana, a zombie come in whilst we're barricading, we are instantly just going to leave. That's a big issue for us right now, given our level, given our stats. Now, I do have some barricade kits with me because I'm not expected to stay here for a long time, but this might be a semi-long video, maybe say about 45 minutes or so. So we've barricaded, we've opened our outpost. Let me just sort this out because sometimes this just doesn't like to find it. Here we go. So we are going to just kind of put the stuff I've looted so far away. I'm going to take out one of the barricading kits I've got, and the ammo is going to get in here as well. We're not always going to have all this ammo here, but won't particularly need it, to be honest. It's just obviously we'll have stuff at scrap after the fact anyway. So with some of the remaining items I've got here, so I'm just going to there, up there. We don't need to eat anything because we're pretty much sorted, so we'll just sell this stuff here. The nails might actually sell for something whilst we're down here. Let me check. Yeah, 14k, so maybe it's a lot. Try truffles, not worth it. They're not worth it at all. But we'll just throw them on for the sake of it. So we'll go and have a look, because we are kind of at a massive disadvantage whilst we're down here. I am just wondering if there's maybe, let's see, serums cheap. I might actually buy both of them. Some down here, so it's that bank, because we need to try and make money from this basically. So let's do this. 55. Let's buy one of these. Let's get a serum. Two of these. Let's go into food. Energy bar, seen it there. Or extortionate, so definitely not. We've got energy drink with us, so we're fine there. Nothing we need there. We've got medicals, anything here. So combat manual, don't need that. But Vadus, our thingy. So we could have bought that and just sell it later on. There's no point. Inhaler, again, it's 10k profit there. It's not even worth it. 5As are not worth picking up. Check the notes. So there's no notes down here, so we can't even damage. What about doing that? This instead. Let's just buy the inhaler. We'll save the serums for later, because we might end up using them for one reason or another. Now, there's a reason why I'm still sticking with quite a lot of the grenades in my inventory here. Basically, if we run into any trouble, we need to use these grenades to kind of get ourselves out of a jam. Now, we've got speed, some speed, and we've got some damage. One thing we can do is we can look at implants down here, because sometimes what you find, and it's unfortunate it's not happened this time, is sometimes they're cheaper down here. If, for example, this hunter is 10k cheaper, and I'm going to buy it. See why? It's cheaper, so I'm making it more money out of the long run. But because I've got that XP one sitting there, it means I'm just going to have a better chance of looting items. So I'm going to start thinking of obviously my implant for set here for looting. Like for example, a looting implant would have been nice if I had that amount of money. But sometimes you'll get like the scavenger, genuity, which is not down here unfortunately. just get these bits and bobs that will be very helpful, but we're just not fortunate enough for this this time. So what we're going to do is we're going to take these right now, and we'll go, and I'll show you my loot run. And once this loads, we'll jump right in. Now, I'm hoping we do not get screwed with the boss spawns at all with this. If we do, then shit. So, got more damage. It is going to help. We've got more efficient speed boost there as well, which is really good. And we've got a decent amount of ammo. So let's see how this goes. First things first, we get a really bad spawn. Really bad spawn. Yeah, we did kind of get screwed there a little bit of how they spawned in. But that being said, we are going to now follow the schedule, the run I use, and do often some decent stuff. So let's just kind of avoid. Okay, so that's a spot thing. Some 10 gauge, we'll take that because we've got some in the box. And we'll try to avoid. It's not gonna work. Ah! Right. Just to make sure we're going to be okay in here, I'm going to clear out all these zombies because this can be a very tricky spot, regardless of where you're at. So this. So you're going to come from me in a second. We've got some whiskey, we'll take it, we'll sell it, scrap it, use it, I don't know yet. So to be transparent as well, the Daystar is helping out with the general take things out. Obviously, if you're going to come down here, your most safest way to not alert zombies is melee. But because I pivoted away from that, and I rather use ranged weapons anyway, this Daystar has been very useful for what it is. Now, we don't need to pick up every single thing we find here, it's just obviously the fact we kinda need to make sure we're not picking up nonsense at the same time. So any ammo we will definitely loot because ammo is good for basically making money. Weapons, armor are cherry on top basically. See if I loot something extraordinary on this account in this run, I will laugh because that's nonsense that it happens. Oh, in a 666 gasoline, that's not good. Now, the reason why I use a specific run in this first instance of Death Row is because one, it's easy to access it at every level. It's the same cat odds regardless of where you go, and because my main account has like, a lot of looting spots as well, does very much help at the same time. So this is just kind of your general spot anyway. You're going to find something. Whereas if you try going to the purple zone there, you won't be able to get further unless you're level 75. And even that, I would probably disagree going in there unless you feel like you really need to. Because there's a specific spot a lot of players like to go. That's because it's got a hospital and a supermarket. Whereas this is a supermarket, apartments, and sometimes I like to divvy things up and go to a different screen that has 3 mini markets, 2 stores, and I guess actually in the house involved. And I pretty much fill my inventory from there on. So great, mesh RX2. Okay, we'll take that. I finished with our first apartment here, so go bring up DF profile. Okay. So we're fine. There's no zombies spawn here, but there is a behemoth. I want to check where this behemoth is. Clayton, you did fix it, you lied. So for those that don't know, Clayton commented on my videos when I was in Death Row and said he'll fix the crow bug with the nothing disappearing after critical hit. Just to preference that, it has not worked, I'm afraid, my friend. So our next one here, so it's red bomb, right? That's not even worth going for. Fuck that. Wooden planks we take him. Dry truffles again. We'll do something with them. FM mag we take that. That's what 100k already. We've gone back. And that's another barricade kit if we need it at the same time. I am intentionally trying to leave zombies alone. If I can. Sometimes you just need to kill him. Like that guy's gonna come out and hit me in a second as well. You've got this guy who's got armor, so he'll obviously be fine. Biomass, again, that is something I would recommend picking up if you can. Whiskey, I just drink it. Now, I don't see anyone realistically buying the 8B I've placed in the market. Reason being is because it is such a common loot. People won't need to get it in that sense, so we'll play it by ear, at least. So we go up again. Now that's some ammo we'll need, so I'm happy with that. There's a lot in there, so I need to be very careful. More wooden planks to take it. Take a bit of time. See, when that happens at low level, you might not be as experienced, and you will get hit. It's unfortunate that it happens, but this game isn't amazing in that kind of regard for some of the mechanics. That being said, we're now at the top floor of this building, so hopefully won't be any nasty surprises. Because one thing that can happen, like it happens throughout the entire city, sometimes you'll get a horde here, and unfortunately you can't exactly just leave the instance you're in, go to a different one for it to happen, and get rid of it. Basically, there is a way you can, it's if there's a boss or bandit, or it's just an event instance happen in this area, you would be able to, but unfortunately we don't have that, so we're a little bit screwed in that bit half. So if we do have one of those hordes kicking up, we will need to do the Alt F4 strat potentially and find a building to go, or we will leave this instance and go to an easier one to deal with, which is one up. So this is why I would probably recommend anyone who's new account who want to look Death Row, do that. And there we go, so more scrapable items. Now just bear in mind, all these zombies are pretty difficult to kill. They do hit for a fuck ton, and we just need to be very careful with it. But we are looting quite a lot of ammo, which we will be able to sell down here as well. We might even sell up bunker as well, which would be great. I'm taking that just for now, because force of habit. And now I don't have my speed boost nor my damage boost, so this is where finds will get a little bit more scarce. Difficult for me. So once you are a suitable level, I would probably recommend coming down here to do the looting, if you want to commit to something. One. let's loot this. Some money, I'll take it. Now, obviously, I am aiming for obviously some sort of armor or weapon. Can I use or take a scrap in a sense, or get as much ammo as I can as well, because even that is something that I would sell up north anyway. Claw hammer. Clayton, please remove that piece of shit from the map loot pool for us, place. I mean, come on. He's going to follow me anyway, so I'm just going to take it. Now, sometimes you can stun enemies whilst they're swinging, so you won't get hit. But that's too much of a risky thing to do. And honestly, so just be careful if you are going to attempt that. I wasn't even having my hand on my mouse, I was actually itching my nose. So, just be very careful, because stuff like that can happen. Oh, nearly got hit there, nearly. That's a full stack of heavy ammo, which is kind of good. We'll probably need it because there's probably going to be a horde coming after us in about 10 minutes. Yeah. And we go down. So just to kind of clarify, Death Row has a 3% for weapon, I think, armor loot chance. So you can effectively double or triple that with gold membership and all and such, but there's some aspects of it you need to kind of consider. This is a free-to-play video series, so you can get to that point with just being free to play. And then eventually your gold memberships will start paying off as more stuff you do within the game. This becomes a little bit more scary because I am actually literally backed up into a corner here. So one of those bullets actually missed at point blank range, which is quite annoying, but that is what it is. I didn't see that one in the corner here, so let's go grab it. Battle axe, genuinely worth it. That's 20k scrap. More money, we take it. More ammo, okay. I'm going to stop using a lot of my stamina here because I've got a funny feeling I am actually going to get attacked by a horde in a minute. Now, that's quite an easy way to handle them at this stage on Unity 4. When Unity 5 comes into play, it's going to be a lot more difficult for everyone. There's quite a good bit of money I got as well. So let's see, have I got anything good here? A fund of 12, so that's 44k. That's just got a full inventory. But we're not done yet, so we'll just see what else we can find. I guess I'll just eat that. There you go. Sometimes I also use mid swing as well, so I got lucky with that, but that's something you really want to try to avoid at this level. Especially if you're inexperienced, like seriously, don't consider doing it. Just avoid what you can. Now, because we've looted pretty much all the kind of ammo you can get here, and we're able to get a siphon it into boxes now, so it's quite good. Let's see, who else here? What's a bookshelf? Let's see. Inhaler, perfect, that's something we can make use of later on. So we did look some, a hat here, so we'll just use a hat, or some, just to put it on. We'll get rid of the dried truffles, and it be that. So we'll take the inhaler, because we'll use that, we will definitely make use of it. Got our, what was it, officer's cap on. Our grey combats as well, so we're all sorted. Don't need any more dried truffles, but we do have some more room for extra items. Now we can leave, go down. And we can go up. I might avoid shooting. Wacky shit, Zach. Shit, I can't say that. Oh, okay. This is why you want to try to avoid shooting anything in the street, because that's going to be difficult. You're going to do any kind of shooting, at least limit it 1 by 1 instead of being able to be gangbanged like that. Like this. I'm just going to go in and out just to kind of abuse this. And look this. And go back in. I thankfully not needed to use my grenade launcher yet. I've got plenty of ammo for it. Only off chance to do. But that means I can perfectly show you guys how you handle the hordes in Death Row. Indoors, at least. If you're thinking of fighting them out in the street, fat chance at this stage you're not going to outrun anything. If you're going to come down to Death Row and you expect to kind of live to a certain point, you need a lot of speed. You need a lot of speed, a lot of damage, and you need something that can take out hordes. For example, the Junker for this build is going to be the best for you at this stage. Yeah. Now, obviously, when you're doing these loot runs, you will passively start getting XP, a lot of XP. You will do it eventually, and you start leveling up, because obviously if you look at it right now, I'm already at 1 million XP during this kind of loot run. There you go. Fuck! Okay. That's a perfect example of what not to do. So with that being said, yeah, that's how you would handle this basically. Right. Yeah, this here. Don't know why it's not working. So, yeah, Death Row is quite a difficult place. You need to have some sort of stopping power. You need to have speed, damage. You need to have better armor. You need to kind of be prepared for it. Now, you could go into Death Row with a Nomad Mesh, and you'll be absolutely fine as long as you know how to kind of deal with a lot of the aspects of it. But that's the issue with obviously trying to do that. It's difficult. You're not guaranteed it, and it's just one of those places I would probably avoid till much later on. But the gist of it is that area, that one screen I was in, you can do that loop over and over and over, and just barricade in the supermarket, and you'll build up your stuff here. There is other things you can do. Say for example, you want to have as much space as you can. Buy your storage slots, put things on the market, and for shits and giggles, if you have an alt account, go to that, go to trade, and just put your stuff in here as well, because that's a additional bit. That's an extra 30 slots you can have. But yeah, guys, hopefully this has been a bit more helpful in terms of death row. Obviously, I am not the best with that, with the advice on this specifically, but I would highly recommend if you're going to go down that, at least have some sort of plan to kind of spruce up your own speed and damage. Obviously, invest in a better equipment for yourself when you're going down, and implants are going to be your best friend for it. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully this has been informative, and if you like Death Row, there's zombies there, definitely go for it. Give it a try, see what you think. If not, then RIP.